everybody, we are on the way to another photo shoot. We got Trent's F6 this morning and Shane's GTP is going to come along. Well, of course he just pretty much comes along all the time by now, which I always love having him there. So yeah, come along, see what shots we can pick up today.
So I went down and met these pair of lunatics, Shane and Trent, as part of the FPV collective. Dragged their lunatic asses out of bed for a 6:30 meetup at this place north of Brisbane. You could hear them both coming from a mile away, just terrorising the neighbourhood. It was glorious. It was a really clear sunrise this day, not even a cloud in the sky. Made for some nice clean shots, and I particularly like the way the reflection sort of pops off the blue here. So this shot here, this would have to be one of my favourite shots of the shoot. I just reckon that the angle here just shows off the lines of the FG so well. I know it was very popular on my Instagram. Probably got the most likes out of all of this shoot that I popped up. So shameless plug, at Bing's Garage, give it a like, follow, that'd be fantastic. And for this shot here I ended up using for one of the blends I did later on. Now this shot here, despite not having much of the water in the background in this shot, I really like the job the polarizer did here to block out so many of the reflections. So for those that don't know, polarizers definitely contribute to an image looking more professional, as it cuts down a significant portion of the shadows if you know how to operate them correctly. The image wasn't the easiest to remove all the barriers that are there to stop you driving off into the drink, because there was an absolute shitload of them, but I got it done, and you'd never know if I didn't tell you, hey? So I went for something a little bit different to what I usually do. I do really appreciate a good detail image. It's not something I do a lot of, but an FPV, FG, grill, that sort of shot, I'm always going to be a fan of. I mean, I did buy one after all, so I'm obviously pretty biased, but I really do like how this came out here. Now I love doing these sorts of things with the engine transparency shot. So the way I kind of get these shots done is I've got obviously on a tripod, take two shots of the same thing, and then let the engine shot sort of blend through. I like doing them a lot because I figure, well, if you've got something worth showing off, why hide it? I think it adds to the image a fair bit. And like I said, I'm a big fan. This shot, the front and back in one. I like this shot as it's kind of like having your cake and eating it too. I feel like you kind of get all the angles in one shot. So this is obviously a couple of shots blended together to get the final result. But it's just not something you see a lot of. I see a lot of images, it might be same, but I haven't seen a lot of these sort of thing. We then went over to the next spot that we were going to shoot from, so that we could try and shoot some rollers. I love shooting rollers, just love how the road blends, but you can still keep the car nice and sharp. I think in this shot it came out quite well. You can still see the sharpness of the shot and the blurry road. Yeah, it came out really well. Yeah, so this one obviously is another roller, but from a different angle. I'm really happy with this shot. I love the way the blue really pops off the screen, the nice reflection in the headlight. It all seems to tie together nicely, the blur. Yeah, big fan of this shot. I love these blended shots so much. But what I have found though, it can be a little bit polarizing. Some people love them to bits, and others, well, I guess they just sort of don't think that they're for them. But for me, they're absolutely mint. So tough shit. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. And the same with this one too. I just love how the most intense part of the sunrise is still able to be kept with the focus heading into the engine. Yeah, really like how this one turned out. Then yeah, as I said, Shane came along as well. There's a couple of images coming up where they're both together, but we decided to get some rollers of his. got a few the last time we were up there on the freeway, but we were pretty happy with how these turned out, so we wanted to do them again. But yeah, his red in the Ford range is Seduce, and I just love the way it pops. It's such a nice colour to work with, and yeah, these rollers look nice. This is definitely my favourite roller of the shoot. I just love everything about it. The shot has worked its way into my desktop rotation on my PC. Just every time it pops up, I find it catching my eye. Just yeah, everything about this I'm a big fan of. Love the way it came out, 100%. These next couple of shots with Shane and Trent's cars together, I just love the way they interact with each other, the contrast of the red and the blue. I think they actually add to each other's cars by being together. Really happy they were able to be shot together. If FPV was still releasing cars, I think this should be the promo shot. V8, Turbo 6, red, blue, whatever your poison, we got you covered. We were very particular about lining up the cars and turning the wheels to the camera. Really like how this has come out. Definitely happy with it. Now, that's what I think, but I'm more interested to know what you think. So leave me a comment as to which one was your favourite and what exactly you liked about it. That'd be great. Love to hear from you.